A quick shout out to the sponsor of today's video, squarespace.com, the only platform you need to take control of your online presence. YouTube, welcome back to Living Life Fast. Today you join me for the first drive in the GTR. I've probably been driving it for about 3-4 days now, but it's the first time on camera. So if you're new to the channel, highly recommend checking out the previous video where I actually just collected this car and have announced a massive build, which some of you are saying ain't too massive. To me, it's humongous. 1600 horsepower we're aiming for, around 15. I'm going to try and go 16. And the company I've chosen to do it, they're called JM Imports. And I'm actually going to be traveling to Newcastle tomorrow to go pay them a visit. They're going to service the car, check over it, make sure it's all good. And of course, we'll go into some fine detail about exactly when we're going to be starting the build and obviously what parts we're going to be using. So guys, I'm so excited. Massive trip tomorrow. But yeah, I thought, let's go for a little drive. It's like YouTube tradition, right? To give you my first impressions. So we're actually running pretty low on petrol, so I'm going to travel to the Shell garage and see how much a full tank of V-Power is. I'll let you know exactly how much that costs in a sec. Anyone want to guess how much? £66.31p. You see my sweating. So I had 39 miles, and as you can see, I've now got 240. So yeah, we'll see how many miles we can get out of that actually. Oh guys, see what? I'm on a keto diet at the moment. I started 2nd of this month and I've lost about 8 pounds. Just no carbs, straight protein. Obviously you're meant to eat a lot of fats. Anybody that's a little bit overweight, look into the keto diet. There's a lot of different theories about whether it's healthy or not, but I feel fine. So yeah, quickly go over the specs. So it's a 2014 Nissan Gtr R35. It's got a 3.8 litre twin turbo engine. Produces 542 horsepower. 2014, this actually makes it the facelift. There's obviously a facelift after this, but this one did actually get the Thunderbolt headlights, and it got the daytime running lights. Some of you'll notice different from earlier models. Torque, I think it's around 450, 460 foot-pounds. Don't quote me on that. It does a top speed of around 195. 0 to 60, I'm sure this specific model does it in like 2.7 seconds. I will be filming a video right after this where I'm going to do some draggy runs like 0 to 60, 100 to 200. I've also got another timing device. It's called a race box. So I'll do some back-to-back with the draggy, see how accurate it is. I am dripping right now, fucking hell. So the car actually weighs around 1,750 kilos, I think 1,740. It's actually not that heavy. I think when it first came out, it was a heavy car, but you know, if you compare it to like the M4, which I just sold, give away, that car weighed around 1,650. Obviously, if you spec it with a dual clutch transmission. Yeah, I'm absolutely loving this car so far, man. I had a proper tear up in it the other day. Still feels like seriously fast, but the M4 was just like, yeah, it's a whole nother animal, man. It's got a 6-speed dual clutch transmission, super on point. Obviously, all dual clutch transmissions are on point, yeah, but this gearbox specifically, as you're driving, right? Like now, if I put my foot down a bit, it down gears again. You slightly let off the throttle, it up gears again, and it's like the M3 and the M4, it's like when you down gear, it kind of stays in that gear and like kind of tries to work out what it is you want to do. But this car, it's like it's making decisions very quickly. It must be a very advanced gearbox. You also get loads of different driving settings, so I'll try to get you some cutaways, but you get these 3 switches. They say R at the top, which is obviously going to be the most hardcore mode. But if you select it down, so I can change the gearbox settings to save, which it's obviously going to get its best fuel range. We've got the damper setting, which you can switch to comfort. And then you've also got traction control, which you can select off. I suppose we don't want to turn that off. One thing I've not mentioned to you guys, and I was trying to keep it away really, this car does run a stage 1 tune, so it is running around 590 horsepower. It's got the Miltech Y pipe as well. I did say it in the initial collection video, but I just thought I'd cut it out because I am planning to do draggy runs with the car in stock form, and this is a map that you can switch off, and I have actually had it switched off. Love the display in these cars. If you've grown up playing PlayStation, you'll be right at home. And it's crazy to think Nissan contacted Gran Turismo and said, we want you guys to design the multimedia interface. I mean, straight away, like, it's definitely not as refined as the M4. There's a lot more rattles and squeaks. Slightly frustrating, I'm not gonna lie. But you know, I'm not gonna be out in the car every single day. Most times I'm in it, it's gonna be because I'm filming content for you guys. So I will obviously be daily driving it. But there are other cars around me as well. But it's a nice place to be. A lot of people are put off by the interior. But you know what, when you drive a GTR, you'll understand that them rattles and squeaks become so irrelevant. I am really going over the top right now. Even the M4 had an odd little noise or two, you know. Visibility is brilliant. I'm sitting nice and high up in the cabin. Unlike them bloody annoying seats, I'm not gonna lie to you, those Reccaros were annoying in the M4. I sat so low. I know you can have them adjusted, but I just got used to driving it like that. And literally it'd be like this. I could barely see over the bonnet. With this, I can see out pretty clearly. And I just remember this car being a big, not clumsy, but as soon as I got into this car, it didn't feel big. Like, it felt pretty small. And I'm not sure if that's because I've been out in so many cars on the channel now. I don't think that this car was ever intimidating. It's definitely not intimidating now. Very easy to drive. Suspension's a lot softer in this 2014 model. Apparently this is a year that some people say that they messed it up. So my 59 plate, I remember never putting the suspension in R mode because it went too stiff. Like, even in normal damper setting, it was very, very harsh, the ride, but handling was really good. I was actually driving the hell out of this the other day, and I was actually exposing it like pretty easy. Like, I was on my line. Don't get me wrong, it's a very adjustable and agile car on the limit, but I could feel it jumping off its line as I was throwing it into the bend. I could feel it coming off, like the whole body was shifting to the left. So yeah, coincidentally, I've had a few messages, people saying that, yeah, the suspension is really soft on these cars, and then they've gone hard again, and then I think on the most recent GTR, I think they've gone back soft again. So it's a hard one, because you know, when manufacturers are designing their cars, you know, they've got to look at a variety of situations. You know, this car isn't only going to be driven on a track, you know, so obviously you need to figure out a setting where it's going to be fastest overall, you know. Next time I push this car, I'm going to put it in R mode and see if that does anything. Not a fan of the red in this cabin. Like, you got red leather on the side of the seats, door cards, and the steering wheel itself. So definitely these things are going to get changed out. We've already got some sort of carbon wrap in the center console. I'm sure that I'll probably change this stuff out as well. But I'm telling you, I'm so excited for what's about to go down, because Jurgen actually sent me over the spec that we're actually trying to achieve with this car. And I'm telling you, we are not playing around with this. This is going to be a fucking, guys, some serious shit is going down. Just think about it, 900 more horsepower than the M4. We're not playing games. So we put transmission in R mode. We just turn traction off. We're forward drive anyway. Some people get a little worried with these cars, but come on, forward drive. So you just flatten the throttle, goes down into third. And it sounds like a aeroplane. And you know what, I took this car for a lovely drive the other day. I actually went to go get the photos done for the reveal on Instagram and YouTube. Usually it takes me the motorway, but this time it took me B roads, and I'm telling you, I'm smiling the whole way. I really do miss a stock setup car. Manufacturers do set up cars to perfection, trust me. This car in stock form is amazing, like, and it is almost a shame that I'm going to be doing what I'm doing to it. But look, I bought this car for one purpose, and it is to build an absolute beast. We are going to have another car on the channel. It really is amazing to just drive on a nice sunny day. Just had me smiling the whole time. It just reminded me of my M4 when it had the stock turbo setup. It just reacts so quickly. Obviously, when you put bigger turbos on, you lose a bit of that throttle response. But this car now, look, you just tap it and it just goes. You know, look, I let off. Look, it down gear to third, and I let off just briefly, upped it straight into fourth gear. I don't get how it's so on point, but it's very compliant, stays arrow straight under acceleration. And you know, when you're building big power, forward drive definitely is pretty ideal. Today's video was made possible by Squarespace, the go-to platform for setting up professional looking websites with zero web development or coding ability. Their library of ready-to-go customizable themes and templates ensures that no matter what industry or sector you're in, they've got you covered. If you are literally starting out for the very first time online, Squarespace offers starter layouts which let you choose from a number of pre-designed structures for specific purposes such as contact pages, facts, regular content pages, and many more. For those of you who are more advanced, Squarespace Squarespace also lets you edit and customize any of their templates through their built-in custom CSS editor. So no matter whether you're just starting out with your online journey or looking for that platform that gives you more advanced levels of customizable layouts, Squarespace should tick all your boxes. Visit squarespace.com/LivingLifeFast today and sign up for your free trial. And as a special offer, Squarespace are also giving you 10% off your first purchase of any website or domain. Go check them out after this video, and thanks for watching. Man, it's like crazy, like it really is a fast car, you know. I was racing an R8 the other day, and there was barely anything in it. Like, I think at a roll race, I think the R8 would probably pull a bit harder, but this R8 was actually stage 1 tuned. I was actually quite surprised that I was kind of still in the pocket with him. People see GoPros and they get so damn excited. They're like, I'm gonna be on camera, like fucking start driving like maniacs. Yes, we're hitting. Yeah, never sort of, man, grip, guys. It's like bolstered up on each side of the car. Inspires so much confidence. What's that, TTS? See, look, everyone just wants a race. Everyone wants a race. Let's see a GTR. And you know what? The attention that this car gets, I don't get why it gets so much attention. It's, people absolutely lose their mind. Like, even Emma loves it. Like, fucking hell. You know, this isn't the greatest service, but it's lovely over here, man. As I say, it's got the softer suspension, so obviously it's going to feel a bit better. But all of the GTRs I've driven on this channel, you know, I've driven some of them pretty hard, and I've not noticed them understeering. I remember that Daniel Khan's, the boxer, I remember his GTR. I remember that like understeering a little bit because it had spacers. This car's got spacers as well, so that could be another reason why it was messing about. But it is a big car, it's wide. Flipping hell, man, it's no joke. This has a factory car. I think it does it in under 7:30 on the Nürburgring. I know it's not relevant to driving on the street, but it's always nice to know that you're in a really capable car. Just for reference, the M4 does it in like 7:50. This car's a clean 20 seconds faster. And you know, I was laughing to myself the other day thinking, it was somebody that reminded me actually. Who was it, man? Someone on Instagram. But, you know, when I started my channel, this is the car that I had. Yeah, and then I had the M3 after. So then I sold the M3 because I had to sell it to continue the channel. Let's go down. Screams, man. Yeah. And you know, people say the brakes are not that great. I think the brakes are amazing. 3rd gear, just put your foot down, stuck. I always say the GTR is a magic platform, man. So engaging, you know, at the same time. When you drive the RS3, it's no disrespect right now. They are capable cars, but they are very numb at the same time, which is what some people don't like about the Audis. But this car, you get best of both worlds. You get the grip, you know, the safety factor, but it's still very involving. Extremely fast out of the box, man. Nissan are just, yeah, they definitely are something else. Bit of a plain Jane colour, but we will definitely be doing a colour change at some point. I'm already chatting to Justin, the owner at Clarity Coat, the guy who did the Bronzo Zenith paintwork on the M4. So I'm sitting there thinking, what do I do? What colour do I go? I've seen Bronzo Zenith or a gold colour on the GTR already, and I'm thinking, do I just keep it Bronzo Zenith, gang? Like, I don't want to cheese the car out, you know me, I like the OEM Plus style. I've already found a set of wheels that I think will look really nice. Just parking up now. Gearbox is definitely a little bit more clunky. Does bang about a bit, but I think that's just the nature of these GTRs. They are a little bit rattly as well. A few other things not mentioned. You get full leather heated Recaro seats. You get a Bose sound system. You see the badge down there. You get that big subwoofer back there, and let me tell you, the sound quality is amazing. Way better than the M4. Hot top the spaceship. Sound is really, really good. Got loads of storage. You also get an armrest, which is probably set a little too far back, so when you're driving, it's kind of, you can get the edgy elbow on it. You get Bluetooth, air conditioning, electric windows. Spotify works perfectly with the car. So something I've not spoke to you guys about is I have really tried to locate a drag strip. I'm willing to spend money. And I have actually got liability insurance for one drag strip. The only problem is that there's noise limits at this specific location, which is why I never actually kicked off the series. Why am I even mentioning this? Yeah, one reason I mention it is because I am going to be doing these draggy runs where I've actually located a little private strip. It's somewhere, as I say, just for the draggy runs, like where I can actually show the speeder. I can't show you the location, but I will be able to show you the speeder, obviously, of the cars doing, like, you know, the 100 to 200 kilometer time. So I'll be mixing them in and out of some of the upcoming future videos, yeah, where you get a nice speedo shot. It's such an annoying thing, you know, like, so I'd love to do like an official drag racing series on the channel. I've been trying to do it from the start of this channel. If you're watching and you've got a link or a plug, let me know. Like, I'll kick this off right now. It just, the theme of this channel is modified cars, which means every car is usually running at least a hybrid turbo, you know, a decat exhaust or a full exhaust system, you know. So when I say the spot that I've got, which I've got liability insurance for, it can't happen. You can't do modified cars. And I know you see a lot of these other channels doing drag racing, and I've genuinely tried to contact all of them, and none of them are having any of it. I can't find anywhere, do you know what I mean, that's gonna allow for me to film modified cars with loud exhausts and stuff. It's not happening. Could you imagine it if we had our own little circuit or strip? This is something that I'm gonna have to invest in the future, like that. We've got our own little LLF playground, you know. Let's talk in. Let's man, no car that gives you the confidence that this does. Brakes are awesome. The main thing with this car is, and it reminds me of the Evo, at speed it's so stable and in control of itself. Kind of leaves the ground for a second, you can feel it skipping across the tarmac. Yes. Man, second into third. You can feel it, it's a little bit soft, like at the front, it's like lifting a bit almost. Jesus Christ. First gear? Yes, it's almost like traction's holding me back a little bit, I don't know. Because sometimes it feels stronger on acceleration at first. Like then it felt a bit weaker. I'm not sure if it's because obviously it's hot outside. Might be zapping a bit of power. Like the M4, intake temperatures get pretty hot. Foot on the brake. Jeez. Yeah. Don't know. I'm not sure if that was actually launch control, but I've got everything in R. Maybe we'll try traction off. Foot flat on the brake. Accelerate. That is, yeah. It almost changes gears a little quicker. Maybe I should have had it in auto as well. People are telling me, Ricky, you know, with 1600 horsepower, they're like, don't think you'll be using it. And I'm like, seriously? I'm not gonna use it? You sure? Like, people don't know, I'm a speed freak. Like, so guys, I'm gonna end the video there. As always, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you're new to the channel. And yeah, get ready, it's going down. Like tomorrow, we're off to JM, man. We're not playing around. So you'll know the exact spec, the exact build that we're gonna be going for. So yeah, till next time, people.